Hi, everyone. This is Tammy, owner of Worthyworthitpriceless, and today's podcast is titled, God Will Replace What You Lost. So recently, if you haven't realized or noticed, I actually have been rebranding the company. I changed the logo, changed the colors, and all this other stuff. And so in the process, I let go of a lot of things that had the old logo on it because basically I was rebranding and I didn't want to go back to using the old stuff. You don't have to do that, but that's just something that I wanted to do. With that being said, I bought banners with the old logo on them, and I basically got rid of them. In the process of buying new banners, something happened, and I ended up getting the same amount of banners that I got rid of. I got rid of 3 banners, and by the grace of God, I got 3 more. And the funny thing about it wasn't even that I was trying to get 3 more banners. It just happened that way. And the thing about it is, what I realized, and I just realized this, is that God will replace what you lost. I did feel some type of way. I'm like, man, I didn't really want to get rid of these banners or whatever. But I realized that I was going into a different direction with my company. And no longer could I hold on to the past. And the other banners was just taking up space because they're big. Like one was like 8 by 10, one was 10 by 8, and one was 8 by 8. And you imagine, trying to put these somewhere where, my daughter can't get to them and whatever. And they were just taking up so much space. And that's what I realized in our life. If you have something that you don't want to get rid of, realize that God has better for you. I let go of banners that I would need like a backdrop for and all this other stuff to get retractable banners they're actually way better for me, especially with having my daughter. And like my daughter gets into everything. And so with her getting into everything, it kind of messed up the banners as well because like they got to get crumbled. It's a lot of stuff happened. You know how it is with kids. But anyway, they will basically always be fine and perfect. And that's the thing. God will upgrade you to what you need. But a lot of times we're so afraid to let go of what is no longer useful in our life. We don't want to move on. We don't want to oh my gosh, like I spent so much money on this, that, and the third, but you're not using it anymore. And it's useless to you at this point in this moment because you're moving on to the next part of your life and the next phase. And you have to realize when you're moving on to the next part, the next phase of your life, you're going to have to let go of old things that no longer work for you. And that's what I had to realize in my life. It's not just with the banners. It's even other equipment that I had. I have friends that need it. I'm not using that stuff anymore. And I know I'm not going to use it anymore. And like some things you're like, well, you can just hold on just in case. But I know that that's not where I am anymore. So why not be a blessing to my friends who actually need those types of things? And that's what I did. Because it's like a lot of times when God is moving you into the next phase, you have to let go of things to make room for what he has for you. But if you're always afraid to let go of things, then you're basically holding yourself back. You're hoarding things. You imagine, I know that you guys may have seen those houses. And it's like, well, how do you get there? You get there because you don't want to let go of things. I have a thing with paper. It's like certain papers, it's like is this important? Is that important or whatever? If anything, I might hoard paper because I'm like, okay. And it's not just regular paper or stuff that somewhat is important, but it's like you don't know if you're going to need it in the future. But either way, but that is the thing. It's like certain things like that. But you think about it in your mind and in your life. Maybe there's people that you're hoarding on to, and it's like they're not serving a purpose in your life. They were good for last season, but they're no longer good for this season. And you're wondering why you're always stressed out and you're in pain, or you're always going through something and you can't never contact them, or this, that, and the third. Why? Because they were good for last season. They helped you get through whatever you had to get through in last season. And now you're a little distant because you're not good for, they may not be good for the next season. Not saying that that can't be your friend or this, that, and the third. It's just that you may have grew out of that season. So don't be afraid to lose anything, because what God has for you is better and greater. Now, by His grace, go back to the banners and try to show you the difference. Now I don't need a backdrop. And I don't need like this whole big backdrop. And I don't need all of that. Everything comes with the retractable banner. Like, you know, it already comes with the stand, always come with everything. And what God is trying to do, like just say in your own life, He's trying to upgrade you. But if you're not making space for the new things, then why would He upgrade you? Or, you know what I mean? Why would He upgrade things in your life? You can't be too afraid to let go of things. Certain things, the money is spent. There's nothing that you can do. You can't get the money back. You can't return things for a lot of times. You know what I mean? A lot of things. But we just want to hold on to everything. So what I would ask you today is look over your life. Look over things in your life, maybe things in your closet. This would be a perfect time to look over things in your life or in your closet. What is something that you might need to let go of? Let God renew it, or at least replace it with something new. Make room for the blessings that are to come. This is not the end for you. This is not it for you. But God has a plan for your life. Know that this is not the end. Even you letting go of things, God will replace it with better. But you have to be willing to let go and let God do His job. So until next time, always know that you have worth, you have value, you are necessary on this earth, you are needed. And until next time, always know that you are worthy, worth it, and priceless. Thank you so much for your support. Love you guys. Until next time, bye.